Okay, today I'm going to be pitching Coinbase. So Coinbase is basically a crypto platform. I think most of you know it. It currently derives revenue from two streams. The first is transaction revenue, which is basically broker fees for trading crypto coins. And the other one is subscription services. So these are services like custodian fees, staking, and other services. And what is interesting is subscription revenue was basically zero a year ago, and now is like 15% of the total revenue. But what really interests me in Coinbase are the following. Coinbase is the most regulated, compliant platform out there. And this is, I think, a competitive advantage as I see crypto space being more and more regulated in the next years. And if you want institutional adoption, which I also see a trend, so more institutions going into crypto, I think you need to be a compliant partner because also these companies are also regulated. This we can also see, for example, a year ago they had very low institutional clients. Now, like 10% of top 100 hedge funds use Coinbase, and some of them exclusively. They also get deals like the Facebook deal for their digital wallet Novi, again, because they're a compliant, regulated platform. The second point is they're building an ABS of crypto. So they're not trying to push traditional competitors from the financial or fintech space out. They're actually welcoming them, and they're providing their API infrastructure services so they can be their clients, which I think is pretty smart. The third thing is, which I think is really huge, is they are going to launch their NFT marketplace this year. And I think the digital goods market, the NFT marketplace, is going to be even bigger than the crypto marketplace. And for example, Coinbase has a waiting list, and there are more than 2.5 million clients on it. For example, the biggest NFT market space right now, OpenSea, has only 500,000 users. So we can see already from the waiting list how big this marketplace can be. And another point of mine is the valuation. It's not really absurd. They're trading at a 14 times this year's sales, which is reasonable given the growth they have. So yeah, these are my main points. Another one is also, if you look at their crypto VC arm, they have more than 200 companies in this investment arm, companies like OpenSea and others. So this is also another thing to add value. Thanks.
What do you think about a race to the bottom in fees? Like the same that happened to Charles Schwab, for example, a couple of years back, where they cut the fees basically to zero and the whole market followed?
So if you look at Coinbase offering, Coinbase Pro is not really high on fees right now. So this is Coinbase Pro is the offering for institutions. And the fees there are very competitive, even if you look at the classic trading on stocks. This is one point. And the other one is that even if the fees are going to be lower, which I think they are, their other sources of revenue are catching up. As I said, like the service, subscription service revenue is 15%. The NFT marketplace is another one that's not really tied to the crypto trading. And I think that right now institutions that will want to adopt Coinbase are not looking for which is the lowest cost marketplace or exchange, but they're actually looking for one-stop shop where they can have custody, they can have trading and other services, and that's regulated and compliant. This is more important than the fees right now. So I think they have headroom for, let's say, at least a year or two, I think, in the fees. They also acknowledged this on their earnings call and said that they are not seeing yet this pressure to fees, even though, for example, you have already exchanges that have lower fees for retail clients, much lower than Coinbase, and people still use Coinbase. So I think it's the one-stop shop and the compliance that basically makes it a better offering.
My question is, do you own crypto in a wallet on Coinbase?
I do own some crypto. Yeah, I own some Ether. I own some Ether name server at the ENS token. I wrote about it on Twitter like yesterday. So yeah, I do own it.
On Coinbase?
On Coinbase as well, yeah. Although I'm trading also on other platforms. So yeah, because not all coins are supported on Coinbase.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's look at the Coinbase technicals. So it's got some interesting chart activity with some clearly defined areas. The price has attempted to break above, failed, but has managed to retain most of its strength and bounced off of a close by support. There's still good bullishness despite the failure to break the resistance. Now, this is a good example of an RSI in a trending market again. Overbought should only be used as a warning. Look how long it's been overbought. It's not a promise of an imminent reversal. If the price continues to rally, it will rejoin the overbought territory. Now, if we look at the volume, there is incredibly bullish volume, particularly most recently, strong sentiment. And again, because it's quite a fresh stock, we have to look at the candles individually. Even at the recent high, there was as much profit taking as there were new and additional longs the following day. People are still buying Coinbase, despite its what I perceive to be a high valuation and its recent failure to break a resistance. So in summary, there are lots of bullish signals for Coinbase. I'm one of the people who took profit, but I'm looking to re-enter it. There are lots of meaningful levels for stop losses, which means risk management is fairly easy. And there are a few other meaningful technicals because there's little history and relatively new price points, and the volume is just absolutely nuts.
Final question is from investor from Nepal, which I'll go ahead and read out. He was asking, do you think the NFT market will be out of trend by the time Coinbase starts the platform?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think actually the whole market right now is waiting for Coinbase to start. You can just see that a few announcements of the project they had, like I think it was yesterday. The project that were announced that are going to join Coinbase just skyrocketed in price. So I think the market is waiting. But I also don't think the NFT marketplace is going to be in the next years like we're seeing it today with these avatars. I think they're going to be different digital goods like clothes, like anything else for you to buy on the metaverse. And that's why I think the NFT market is going to be bigger. So not just these avatars and art, etc., but I think more and more digital goods, the digital products are going to be on the marketplace.